Obviously, everyone knows here Andrew Tate is like everyone knows Andrew Tate, right? And he talks a lot about the Matrix, right? He goes like, the Matrix is a movie made by Hollywood, right? He talks about how the Matrix is there and up top they're controlling me, and like he goes like, first I'm gonna get imprisoned, then I'm gonna die, then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But here's my question: if there's truly a Matrix, right? And let's say if one of us wanted to join the Matrix, would that be possible in a way? Like, let's say I wanted to climb through the ranks and someday be someone, and then be a part of the Matrix myself to control all the rest.
I see. So to be like the 1% of the 1%.
Exactly. To be the 1% of the 1%. Would that be possible? You know,
it depends.
You know, in my opinion, they've actually set out a perfect way for everyone. Society is unfair for the most part. It is unfair, right? But it's not impossible to be someone.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, it's very possible.
Here's the thing: people think there is like a committee somewhere of like very high intelligence.
Very high, extremely people.
This is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
You need to make yourself that 1%. It's you put yourself forward. You are your own committee, basically. And like this is what I like about Andrew Tate. Is like he shows this character of like, you know, big like top G sort of character, where in fact like he's
fucking
just
dumbass.
Yeah, like his whole like Hustle Academy is thing is like another showcase of why he's good.
It's more like Scam Academy than Hustle Academy.
He's good. He's a marketing genius. That's what he is. He managed to like trick all of these people.
He is a marketing genius.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't say that Hustle's Academy is complete bullshit. It's basically information that you can get for free. You don't need the $50 subscription. I mean, sure, you get information, but you can get it for free. But this guy has managed to like troll thousands of people into thinking that you can get rich by his code.
The topic he's targeted is actually right now is a very hot topic. Is like number one is men's insecurities. Right? The fact that you go straight for the hornet's nest, right? And you just grab it and you keep on milking it, and guess what? Until like even until like 10 or 20 years, this topic is still hot. As a matter of fact, it'll get much hotter.
Absolutely. Everyone has insecurities. Insecurities, I think, is the one thing that will always exist in us.
Yeah, and guess what? This guy is using his marketing on men's insecurities.
He's genius. He's a genius.
Genius.
Sure, it's a low ball. Okay, I get it, but he's a marketing genius. Like, if you think about it, we should probably like learn something from him. It's like, sure, maybe not in manipulating people, but in sort of another perspective.
Like the way, like, some of these people, teenagers usually, they follow Andrew Tate without understanding the points. Like,
and they end up scamming. They start a scamming business.
How many people start going to gym just because of Andrew Tate?
Almost, very less.
Like, I mean,
not as much as David Goggins, that's for sure.
David Goggins is a fucking monster. He's a different league. But Andrew Tate is not even
comparable. The point was something different. The point wasn't going to gym, or the point wasn't work to get money.
The point was how to be the alpha.
The point was being disciplined.
That is the stupidest fucking concept. You listen, you're basically telling 100,000 people how to be an alpha. 100,000 people cannot all be alphas.
It's not possible.
That's not how the hierarchy works.
Yeah, exactly.
Alphas are different.
The only thing I learned from Andrew Tate was that you have to have some discipline. You can learn it from other people.
Yeah.
But I mean, the more you hear it, the more you think about it, and the more you want to do it.
Yeah. Here's the thing, people's concept of like this whole alpha thing is like they think it's one hierarchy. It's not. There's a hierarchy within hierarchies. There's a hierarchy in the betas, there's a hierarchy in the sigmas, there's also a hierarchy in the alphas, because one alpha cannot be equal to another, right? Like, think of Andrew Tate, or let's give like another example. I would put David Goggins in front of Andrew Tate, to be honest. Like, he's much more alpha than him.
He's very alpha.
So there is hierarchy in hierarchies. People don't get that.
It is, yeah. And it's it's actually funny because if you invite any random stranger into this podcast and you go like, okay, I give an option, alpha, beta, sigma, which one are you? You go like, judging from my personality, I feel like a sigma, most like thing. Which I don't even understand what a sigma is. A sigma is basically a one-man army, extremely
lone
rare.
Survivor, basically.
Lone survivor, lone wolf, one-man army, extremely capable, very dangerous, right? And
introverted, but intelligent.
very intelligent. Like it is like the special one guy in like thousands, right?
Yeah.
And with the alphas, we have much more alphas. Alphas are actually much more common than people expect. Alpha is basically a leader. Right?
Leader,
for example, your father, the leader of the household, is an alpha.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
Your father is an alpha. He feeds the family. Right? He brings food to the family.
Protects his family, takes care of them.
That's what an alpha is, a guardian, right? And sigmas is that's different.
Look at the guy; he's like a fucking chopstick.
Yeah, he's like a chopstick. He believes the sigma. You're like, what the fuck?
So
I'm a beta right now. I'm not even alpha yet.
Everyone can be, not every man, but most of the men can be alpha. But not everyone can be sigma.
Not everyone.
No.
Sigma is like
it's a different thing. It's like you have to be intelligent, you have to be strong at the same time,
and you know, just like Kareem said, there are hierarchy within hierarchies.
Absolutely.
Within alphas, there are different.
People think
people
like if they follow Andrew Tate's course, they're gonna like enter his like club or like get his membership. They have this shit in their minds. Like
the first alpha, like the first stage of alpha you're gonna achieve is if you can protect and provide for at least one more person.
Absolutely.
You're an alpha.
Yeah.
If you can protect and provide for at least one more person more than yourself, you're an alpha.
No.
So we cannot be an alpha like
alpha takes hard work.
Yeah.
You can become an alpha.
Absolutely.
It takes hard work, right? Like you have to be committed, right? So it takes
some
some guts.
for being alpha, you need to like forget about your selfishness. Like,
obviously, like the alphas cannot be. I mean, they can be selfish, but they have like the whole topic of protect and provide. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to protect and provide for someone else more than yourself. That's what makes you an alpha.
I mean, like a father in a family, he forgot what he needs. Like he forgot about buying a new clothes for his son or daughter to buy new clothes. You know what I mean? The selfishness is kind of gone because now it thinks, okay, I have something more important than me.
Well, obviously, you're a leader. When you're an alpha, people look up to you.
Yeah.
Look up to you. For example, right now I'm a beta because I'm using my father's money. I'm studying my father's money, right? Now my father is the alpha of the family. Like I'm not an alpha yet. Maybe inshallah in like a few years I will be the alpha of myself, right?
All of us.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Me too. Like I work. I get my own money. I've never took money from my parents in a while, but they still pay my tuition fees. So
we're still
technically
betas.
speaking,
we're still the betas within the hierarchy of betas, right?
So one question: what is the first step for being in the progress to be a better man?
To be a better man?
Like being to become an alpha or sigma, if you can.
Okay, so there is a whole concept behind this. There is a concept of the triangle, right? If there's any based Muslims in here, they're gonna be like, triangle. That's the single Illuminati. That's the single thing. Haram, right? Like I'm gonna get cancelled, right? But the triangle is each edge represents a complete different section of human improvement and human upgrades. The left edge being the body, the right edge being the mind, and the top edge being the soul. Right? If you are looking for improvements, you must target these three sections.
You need to put the circle in the middle, for example, where everyone gets its own
Exactly. You need to draw a line closest to one. All three of them must be underworked. First of all, your body. Second, your mind. Second, your soul. Right? Okay, so how do you target it? Your body, work out. Do a sport. Work on your physical and
mental, like sort of stability.
Like your health.
Yeah.
Focus on your health.
Yeah.
Eat the right shit, but don't eat too much food. Right? Eat healthy stuff. And your mind. You read books. Your mind is basically the ability to calculate stuff. Right? What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up? What the fuck? You're here, man. How are you guys?
You just came back, I guess.
Like 3-4 days, 5 days ago.
You want to be inside the podcast?
What podcast?
Now it's a podcast. Now it's a podcast.
Should we take a break or?
Actually,
Yeah, you want to take a break?
Sure.
Yeah. Stop recording it. What is that?
Cigarette out of nowhere. Magic.
Oh, magic.
Post-production editing magic. Yeah.
So we're talking about how a person could climb the ranks of beta and alpha, you know, and keep going. And I was explaining the triangle of improvement, right? How there is a triangle, right? A Muslim guy like that would be like, oh, Illuminati, we're gonna go to hell, right? So the triangle, the left side is the body, right side is the mind, and the top and the king of both, right, is the soul, right? And each of these three different sections has their own methods and ways of improvement, and they are intertwined. They're linked to each other.
Absolutely.
If you improve one, the other two is also affected heavily. Right? It's not just like a completely different section. If you work on your body, it will work on your soul, and it will work on your mind. If you work on your mind, same thing.
What are you implying when you say soul?
Soul. Okay, here we go. So most people think that most people think that maturity is mind. It is not mind. Maturity is soul. Wisdom is soul. It is not mind. Your mind is the ability to calculate things. It's the ability to think. It's the ability to find ideas. It's the ability to know what's 2 + 2, right?
Yeah.
That is the mind. But wisdom and who you are as a person, patience, right? Respect, and all the rest is included in the mind, in the soul. How calm you are as a person, right? What kind of energy you give out is in your soul. It is not your mind. You could be the smartest man on the planet and still be a complete asshole, right? Like, it's not linked.
Yeah,
I can
that's
give
true.
a good reference for this if you don't understand what he's
Or you can be a complete wise guy, but at the same time be a complete dumbass.
Yeah.
If you want to really understand what Mustafa is talking about, you should watch the episode that David Goggins and Joe Rogan's. He talks about it a lot, and he goes.
One of my favorites, actually, that one.
Yeah.
You know what inspires me? Like David Goggins is actually a role model of mine. Like I've read his book.
Oh no, you went crazy when he shared your story on
He
Instagram.
mentioned me in the story. He mentioned me in the story. I was crazy,
Yeah.
bro. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go, right? This
Stay
guy
hard.
stay hard, right? And what amazes me about this guy is the fact that he charges fear head on. For example, he goes like, you know what? In the next hour, I have to be somewhere. In the next hour, I have to finish a presentation. I have to finish an essay, right? And then his mind goes like, he calls it the inner bitch. He goes like, my inner bitch tells me, oh, I'm not uncomfortable. But he goes like, you need to fuck that inner bitch. You need to suppress it and go do what you want, right?
So
he
basically,
charges fear head on.
whatever
It's amazing.
Basically, whatever your inner bitch says, do the opposite.
Do the opposite, right? Like he goes like, we all got the inner bitch, right?
It's basically doing something because you have to,
Because you
not
have
because
to,
you
not
want
because you want to. Like, you know, he talks a lot about motivation. He goes like, motivation is not important. Like, whether you feel like it or not feel like it, do the fucking job. Do the job. Finish it, right?
I have a good saying about this. Motivation, people misconceptualize motivation quite a lot these days. They think it's a force that takes you, where in fact
It does not.
Where
It
in
does
fact, where in fact it's a light. It's a flame that lights up the fuse.
It does.
The continuity of the fuse is up to you. That's it.
You know, like, it's like there is a common misconception among a lot of people. They think that motivation it has to be there at the start.
Yeah.
But it is quite the opposite. It is scientifically proven that motivation comes up all the way at the end, after.
Motivation comes.
It's
when
like a rhythm. It comes in a rhythm. It doesn't. It's nowhere there at the start. If you're going like, I need motivation to start. Sorry, it's not gonna come.
The other thing is, people, if you start something with motivation, it's gonna last for a week.
It's because you're using motivation as fuel, and it's a small depot.
It's a small flame that lights up the fuse.
It's a small
That's
resource.
it.
Basically, it's
You can't
like
use it forever.
rush of the dopamine. Like, you're happy for a while, you want to do everything.
I highly suggest Dr. Andrew Huberman. He talks about dopamine. The guy is a genius. He has a YouTube channel. Dr. Andrew Huberman. He's amazing.
I will put all of the links down below in the description. Yeah,
but like here's the thing. Like I feel like you've said, this triangle of let's call it triangle of singularity, where everyone is. It's sort of like it's.
I call it the triangle of improvement, but
improvement, sure, whatever you want to call it. It also works when you start the improvement phase. You gotta realize, okay, where am I? Where am I in terms of the body sort of angle? Where am I in spirituality and all of that? And from that, you can start to work your way up. Some people follow just routinic practices without knowing where they are currently. That's their problem.
There is a nice method. There is almost like a game type of thing. For example, you are Kareem, right? Kareem. So, for example, I'll call you Kareem version 22, right? Okay, so what is Kareem version 22 capable of? From body, mind, and soul. I'll say from his soul, he is respectful, he is calm, he's patient, he's wise, right? I'll say from his mind, he knows computer engineering, he knows this, he knows that, he knows that. From his body, he's built, he's strong, blah, blah, blah. So, for Kareem version 22, this is it. Okay, now we are looking forward to Kareem version 23, right? Now, what is he capable of in there? There has to be at least one improvement in each section.
Yes.
One improvement
Otherwise,
in each section.
you're going back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you improve. You upgrade. It's almost like a video game, right?
some
New
peop-
skills, new abilities.
It baffles me. Some people don't make this observation in themselves because they're scared to look at themselves with a microscope.
Yeah.
You have to inspect yourself with a
That
You
is
have to
fear.
look at it.
Yeah.
You have to look at it with a microscope.
It is the first step of this entire improvement game is to sit down and accept your weaknesses and your strengths.
Absolutely.
If you have a flaw, right? If you have something that's holding you back, the flaws hold people back. Look in the mirror, and if you're a bitch, look in the mirror and say, "I'm a fucking bitch." Just say it. You're not saying it to anyone else. Say it to yourself. If you're not calm within inside, and there's something below constantly fucking bothering you, you need to eliminate that, right? Like David Goggins, once again, great figure about this.
Yeah. I think we should implement that more in our lives. I mean, I started sort of realizing this about myself is like I don't punish myself quite enough. Like I don't sort of criticize myself because here's the thing: there is good criticism, like good actual valid self-criticism, and there's bad ones. Ones where you over-criticize and sort of discourage yourself.
Yeah.
But good criticism is one is built on facts. It's like someone who's fat and looks himself in the mirror and says he's fit. That's bad criticism.
No,
that's bad.
lying to yourself.
Yeah.
That's not criticism. That's straight up lies.
I think that, like for me personally, every morning I wake up, I'm like, today I have to do at least one thing done.
Exactly.
Because
It's holding yourself accountable.
Because if I do, like every time I don't do anything, like improving or doesn't do anything in a day, my mind is fucked up. I'm like, I gotta do something. Why I didn't do anything? The whole night they were like, I'm a fucking loser. I didn't do anything. Tomorrow I have to do it twice.
Exactly.
So that's how personal.
Exactly. That's the routine and the steps you're taking is a road to being an alpha. Slowly you will be an alpha. It's a road. It's a road to you got to do something to be there. There you go.